ridiculously multicultural.
You got like a district for every like race. It's like old school New York. Like you got like Hell's Kitchen where the Irish are. You got some other fucking place that I don't remember what race was there. We'll just say the Russian mob. We'll call it Vodka Lane. I'm probably gonna get killed in a few years. Oh well.
You know, it'll happen.
Had a good run.
Yeah, there's gonna be one Russian mobster that'll listen to this, and then he'll sit there going, "Alright, what can I do about this?" And then he pulls up his phone and he says, "Nikolai, I need you to take care of business."
We both get killed. Unknown podcasters died the next day.
Yeah, unknown podcasters. Because the chances of us becoming famous or in any sense popular from this is about 0.5%.
Yes. Which very, very slim.
Listeners, start supporting us.
Start sharing everywhere. Share this shit. I don't care if it's bad. Annoy people with it.
Yeah, totally. We could just be like a troll podcast for the rest of our life.
Just call random Skype people.
That'd be awesome. We should actually do that. By the way, any listeners that want to be a guest on the show, feel more than free to comment or message or something or other.
I think I put a Skype thing on here.
All right, well, there you go. Anybody that wants to be a guest on the show and wants to discuss with us and talk with us and whatnot, feel more than free to give out your Skype address, and we will have you on the show.
And we will talk to you.
Yes, we will, as long as, you know, you're not a jackass, but...
You know, a racist, a shouting racial slurs, or homophobe, or any of that jazz.
Yeah, because we're generally pretty open-minded people, and hopefully you all get that.
No, it's like one person's gonna call. It's gonna be like in one language we do not understand.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a fucking like Italian or something like that.
I understand Italian. No, I mean like fucking what language? Sanskrit or some shit like that. What are they? What's a fucking language? I don't know. Oh, Eskimo. We have like one caller who somehow speaks Eskimo and calls us.
You mean Inuit?
Inuit, whatever the hell it's called.
That's actually what it's called.
Alright. Inuit. Someone called us, speaks Inuit, and we're like, thanks for having on the show. Hang up.
Thanks for having you on the show, and then, you know, we'll have the person just sit there and go...
Swahili.
And we'll just sit there going, what the fuck?
We'll be ignoring him. He's gonna be like, come on.
Yeah, and like they'll actually be saying things and like, you know, important things, but we won't know what the fuck they're talking about. By the way, did you know that Inuit languages are Danish, English, French, Russian, quote, and various others?
Is that Creo? You know what Creo is, right?
Creole?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's
Alright, so isn't that similar to Creo?
Sorry, everybody. I'm a smoker, so
You coughed up a lung. Don't worry about it.
Oh God, if that ever happened, I'd actually be pretty fucking terrified.
You're like, oh God, put it back in, put it back in.
By the way, sorry everyone on the fact that we cannot seem to stay on one subject.
I have ADD, so I have to jump.
Really? You do?
Yeah, I do. I've been diagnosed to have ADD.
I'm just a little bit drunk.
If you're not drunk, we jump around.
We jump around.
And around. I'm just singing a song. Copyright slam. We're coming forever.
We jump around like rabbits in Alice of Wonderland.
Copyright slam. Fuck, Disney sued us.
Boom! Sued by Disney. For like millions of dollars, and you and I have to work the rest of our fucking life.
We have to sell our soul to Walt Disney.
Something. Huh?
We have to sell our soul to Walt Disney.
Technically, would that really be a bad thing?
Would that be bad, though? You gotta think about it. Like, you could probably, if you did, and you worked at Disney, maybe you can make your own Labyrinth theme park. Oh shit, they don't know about it. I asked Tristus in the show that never aired, episode 0, as I call it.
Episode 0.5.
0.5. It's like, it's because one person talking you can only hear. So I asked him, what's a theme park you would like to have? And he said he wanted Labyrinth. And you want to explain it?
Well, generally, the way it would work out is that you'd have this giant fucking labyrinth, and you would have multiple different challenges and things like that along the way. You know, obstacles like ropes over water, shit like that. You know, the fun stuff that you'd want to do.
Giant sentient minotaurs chasing
Yes.
you.
That was one of the things that we discussed was the fact that if we had the money for it, I would genetically engineer a minotaur. In which case, the minotaur would try and fight you and not kill you. I don't want people to die in my theme park, right? But nonetheless, you
Die starvation.
and after you finally got to the end of it, you would have this door, like this random door, and you'd be like, "Sweet, this is the end." And you'd go down, and you go down all these steps, and what would happen is you'd find yourself in a tunnel with a go-kart, and it would just be this huge fuck-off tunnel that seems to go on forever. And the entire time in the tunnel, you'd be hearing this blasting song of Under the Sea, from Little Mermaid. And you'd be driving along this fucking path, and you'd be like, where the fuck am I going right now? Like, I thought I was just going to the exit. And then, you'd be too far along before you realized it, and you'd be like, well, I'm not turning back. I might as well just keep going. And then by the time you got out of the door on the other end, you'd end up in SeaWorld.
Wait,
Yeah.
did it get a free pass in the SeaWorld, or did it have to pay to get in SeaWorld?
Oh, fuck, if they went through a labyrinth, they get a free pass.
You survived! Have fun with ShamWow, this fucking whale.
ShamWow? I think you mean Shamu, bro.
Whatever, it ate something. Both
Jeez.
cannibalistic whales.
Folks, can you believe that only one of us has been drinking?
Just like, which one? I'm sure Vince is drunk. Trish is just sober. Trish, I secretly switched out your alcohol supply with just regular water to color and stuff.
Water and color and stuff.
Yes, stuff
What
is sugar.
doing on this show?
I didn't die the next day because I touched his alcohol.
Yeah, next day I fucking die from fucking liver disease or some shit. Who knows?
You don't want liver disease. Ew.
I don't want liver disease. What I do want right now is a goddamn cigarette.
He doesn't want liver disease, but he wants his song to come out.
Nonetheless, Vince will introduce the next subject while I quickly go fetch a cigarette.
I'm gonna be all alone. It's gonna be tapping my finger. The next subject.
Bitchin' Nancy.
The next subject. Well, we only got like 23 minutes left. We only have like 6 minutes and 53 seconds left to go of the pilot. He's gotta get his fucking cigarette fast. And I just dropped a coin. Anyway, so our next subject is this song. Now, I've heard about this song. I have to show Tris it real quick. I gotta go get it on YouTube and send it to him. He's probably not gonna listen to it.
Do I really have to listen to a song that's over Skype while we're doing a radio show?
Yeah, no. You'll listen to like the first 5 seconds of it, and then you can tell me what you think. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking like the whole song because I'll take up most of this fucking show.
Exactly, and if you really want, I could send you all a link of a song that actually completely and utterly screams the theme of clown rape.
I remember he told me this. He showed me the link. Clown rape.
It was the only thing that came to my mind when I first heard it.
And it does. It sounds like a song you play.
It's like a song you would hear when you'd have like clowns running around holding beatboxes to their fucking ears and just raping a bitch over and over. Sorry again to all the female listeners. Nonetheless, you'd have this happening. You'd have the cops come over and they'd be like, "The fuck happened?" And you'd have one witness be like, I don't know how to describe what I just saw.
I just got raped by a clown.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a fucking story to tell the goddamn cops?
It's like, what happened? His name was Zonko. I hear his squeaker at night.
I hear his little clown horn going.
Please, yeah. Just put him in jail. He squirted water in my face and then gum. It's not fun.
First he squirted water, and then he came on my face. It wasn't a good time. And the police are just sitting there like, have you taken any drugs recently?
You're like, no, why don't you believe me? Well, you know, clown rape is,
Sparko comes back.
clown rape is pretty fucking unlikely.
Very unlikely. Yeah. No.
I'll look up this tomorrow for tomorrow's show, which will be 2 shows in one day, but this will be Wednesday's show. So tomorrow I'll look up clown rape. And I'm going to find out clown rape actually did happen.
Actually, I could do that in about 30 seconds.
Alright, do it. Look up clown rape. It'll probably lead you to porn and porn-related items.
I probably, actually. Clown rape statistics? Oh, now I gotta look this up. Clownfish facts. Oh, boom! Here we go.
What happened?
.co.uk captured after 9 years the children's party clown who kidnapped and raped 12-year-old in his full makeup and costume.
I'm sorry, it's so fucked up to laugh, but you have to understand, we've been talking about clown rape as something that does not happen.
So, yeah, we did not think that this was actually a thing, everyone, but apparently it is. Here is a very, 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 very quick rundown of the article. Let me take a breath here. I need to read this fast.
Sweet eyes, go!
His arrest a year ago in Newport Beach was on suspicion of physically abusing a child, leading police to believe that there may be other child victims. That case is still pending. Fullerton Police Sergeant Andrew Goodrich explained why the rape case had gone cold. He said the problem was the only description we had was a clown. Enough. That's exactly what we were just talking about. We had DNA from the sexual assault and we put it in the system. Jimenez, oddly enough, a good name for a clown rapist, is accused of abducting the girl shortly after midnight on January 19, 2002 and taking her to a nearby school where he raped her in a parking lot while wearing his clown mask and makeup. He then allegedly took the girl to a motel and molested her again before she was able to escape. When he walked away from the car to speak to the desk clerk, Goodrich says detectives were asking for the public's help in identifying possible additional victims of Jimenez, who for the past 9 years has performed as a clown at parties, mostly in Latino communities. Who knows how many other possible victims there might be? He said, we're hoping that any past victims might recognize him both with or without his clown makeup and come forward. Jimenez is being held in Fullerton City Jail in lieu of $1 million bail. Done!
Booyah! And we have a minute 44 left. We did not think clown rape happened.
I apologize to any viewer that has ever been raped by...
has been affected by clown rape.
Yeah, I did not think that was actually a thing. But...
I thought it was a thing, but not like, you know, like I thought it was like a fetish.
Yeah, that would make a bit of sense.
But no, it's a fucking thing.
God damn, this world is screwed up.
You better believe it. And one of us is drunk. Well, one of us has been drinking, and one of us hasn't. And guess who's who? We'll find out tomorrow.
Who knows?
Yes, Mr. Evil.
I'm sorry, this sketch is too silly. I'll have to commandeer it. The silly case of come, oh dear, we're in trouble.
We got 49 seconds left. 47. What do we got to do? What do we have to talk about? We have only, barely a minute.
If we have 49 seconds, then I think it is about time for us to sign off for this.
Well, we only have 30 seconds left.
Oh, really, huh?
Yeah, we have to think of something. Sign off before I play the end song.
All right, in that case, first off, I actually really enjoyed this, and I wish this could have lasted longer.
Says every guy who ever existed.
But,
Alright, everyone, we got 13 seconds. See ya.
Alright, have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.